Do you see?
Yeah, we got it. We're recording. All right.
Teamwork, girl. Teamwork.
It takes a village to run it. All right. Everybody,
I
hello.
think if you're over 25, it takes a village.
Right? All right. So you guys, hello. Go to gallery view. Okay, hold on. Upright. We're getting it. There we go. All right. Hello.
Hey, this is called the beginning live entertainment for people.
I think so. And that's what, it's always good. And it's good to be able to be flexible. So sometimes things don't work and sometimes they do. And it's always good when it does. So super excited, you guys, today for my Tuesday talks. And today I asked my friend Brooke to be on here. And let me tell you a little bit about Brooke before first of all, she's beautiful. But you guys have seen me posting a lot about her stuff. But let me tell you how we met and why it's so important that she's on here today. Is back in October, I got home from Cabo San Lucas with some girlfriends and got home. And honestly, I'd been praying for a community, praying for connection with women, because how many women out there can honestly say that you're looking for women, you're looking for friends, you're looking, we get to a place in age and time and it's like, where do we meet friends? It's not like kids. Kids can walk up to each other and say, hey, you want to be friends? And it's not like that. And I was praying for a tribe and I was praying for something. And my friend Megan Valentine, who we're both mutual friends with, actually had you speaking on her page. And I don't know, God put us together because you had one spot left at a retreat in October, like 2 weeks later, and said, I have one spot left and I feel like it's for someone that's watching this. And I watched that and I felt like God said, you need to apply for that. And so I did. I went to your retreat in October in Laguna Beach at the Ritz-Carlton. Was amazing, amazing, amazing. And that was our connection. So I love how God works behind the scenes. So, and now we have so many other things going on that we're working on and mastermind but the power of prayer, the power of God putting people together, you guys, is real. So Brooke, I can go on and on introducing you, but I want you, because we have so many things going on in your world, I want everyone to know. But one of the things I really want you to talk about is your power hour, because that was life-changing for me, that I get up every morning an hour early and work on now. And I know it will be life-changing for a lot of other people. So.
Well, thank you. Yes, I love everything about you. I love what you're doing and what you're putting out in this world. And I just want to say thank you, first of all, for having me here and being able to speak to your community. And yes, definitely, let's just go right into that power hour because it is life-changing. And, I want to encourage everybody, first of all, if you choose to wake up 1 hour early every day, and when I say every day, I'm just talking 5 days a week, okay? So even if you go Saturday, Sunday, that's awesome too, but you don't have to. So even if you do Monday through Friday, 1 hour early. Now, I'm not going to put a time out there because people can get super defensive, like, oh, there's no way I'm waking up at 4 or 5 or whatever time it is, okay? I'm just asking you to wake up 1 hour earlier than you're normally waking up. That's it. And give yourself an hour extra in the day. And here's the deal. If you do that for a whole year, 5 days a week, you gain 6.5 weeks in your year. I mean, doesn't that blow your mind? 6.5 weeks in your year if you wake up just an hour early 5 days a week. So that's number one, because I'm always looking for more time in the day. How many times do you catch yourself saying, I need more time in the day? And it's the biggest productivity hack that you'll ever have. And were you going to say something?
Nope.
Oh, and it's not just about waking up an extra hour early. And I'm not a morning person because people are always like, oh, it's easy for you. You're a morning person. I choose to be a morning person, meaning I choose to wake up an hour early and I'm grateful for it and I get to do it because everything I do is a choice, right? And the reason why I can speak to that so deeply and so with so much energy and confidence is because I was faced with a death sentence just 16 years ago, actually. At 26 years old, I was told that I had stage 3 cancer. I was pregnant with my first daughter. And they also told me that I would not live past 40. And you better believe that that really, really like moved me to change some things. Okay, I'll just say that. They wanted me to have chemotherapy and abort the baby. And the only other option was to cut the cancer out immediately without anesthetic. That's what I chose. And I'm so grateful that I had the opportunity to have the baby when she's 15 years old now. And that's not my story anymore. It's not what I believe for my life. I'm 42. I'm healthier than I've ever been, but I had to make some life changes. And one of them was to be more intentional about my morning, about my day, what I was saying to myself about myself, what I was declaring about my health, about my life, and a gratitude practice so that I could wake up every day and make the choices to feel grateful for what I get to do in this life. And again, once you get to know me, you'll know that I do believe life is choices, and we're on a journey in this life. And, life here on this earth is so short, you might as well get everything out of it that you can. Try to get to the best place possible where you truly have joy and happiness and calm delight. And the only way I know to do that is to live in alignment with your purpose. And that can shift and change, but I'm telling you that Power Hour gives you the framework to be able to speak out what you want, put things in your mind, stretch, declare, have gratitude. And I'm like saying all these things, but I actually have a blueprint, a framework to this Power Hour. So it's not just an extra hour that you're just kind of figuring out. I have a framework. I think you've done it, Lisa. I want to give it to anybody here that wants it. It's a free 27-page workbook, kind of maps out how to kind of break down this hour for the most productive happiness that you'll ever have if you do it this way. And so, that's the first thing I just kind of wanted to put out there, because I know with the women that I serve on a daily basis, the number one thing is how can I get more time? How can I expand my time? Or they're in a place of not feeling enough, or they're defeated by their thoughts, and they need a system in order to come out of that. And listen, we all need habits in order to come out of that, because even the best of the best mind hackers and mindset coaches and successful people in the world all need something like that to fall back on the hard days, because we all have hard days. New levels, new devils is real. Or, we're all created very similar, and we all have similar challenges emotionally, physically. Doesn't matter what your wealth is or what your success is. We all struggle in different areas. So if you have something that's constant that nobody can take away, I always say that Power Hour is something that you get to choose. It's free and nobody can take it away from you. Even if you're traveling, even if you're, having a hard day, if somebody, if you have trauma or somebody dies, or you have something that's just happened that's not good in your life that day, you can still choose the next day to wake up an hour early and give that to yourself. And it's life-changing. It really is. So hopefully that explains.
It made a huge difference in my life. I get up every morning and I do a Power Hour. In fact, Gary's doing it with me, so I love that. So if you guys are wanting that 27-page, and you're going to want it, trust me, just put in the comments, I want this. I want this, and I'll message it over to you guys, because it's so good. And I think, can we go back a little bit about the declarations a little bit? And I know a lot of people on here, women in general, we all have these little negative things going on in our head, and we all have things. What are 3 things that people can say for a declaration? I always tell people, start with 3 and then work up to 10. But what are 3 declarations, if you were going to recommend to someone to speak over their self every morning to get them on track?
So I'll share mine, because I think everyone's is so unique to them. One thing I want to say, and I go over this in the workbook, is, I think that for your declarations, they should be something that will have an impact on where you're trying to go. So we all have different seasons, different times where we're struggling in certain areas. And I always say, take the block, take whatever is like making you feel paralyzed, whatever thought, whatever trait, whatever you think you're not enough of, and write that down, maybe the top 3 things that you keep coming up against, that you just feel like you're not enough in, or you don't have, or something you don't like about yourself. And I even hate saying that, but it's true. Like, let's be real. And then you want to flip it on its head. You want to flip it upside down. You want to declare that you're not that, but you are the opposite. You want to talk about what you are instead of what you're not. And you want to say that every day in the mirror or in front of your spouse or out loud in your environment, or all 3. And it will come to pass. Our words are life. Our words take root and they grow, good or bad. I know the difference. I don't know about you out there, but I know the difference with my day or my week or my month if I'm constantly speaking negative, or, Debbie Downer, or all the what ifs that are negative instead of the what ifs that are positive. I already know the outcome of my negative behavior, negative thoughts, and it's never good. It's always dark. It's always scarcity. It's always, defeat. And so when you actually start to speak out the opposite, and you actually start to believe good things for your life, and you actually start to believe for bigger things in your life, it will take root and it will start to grow. And so I want to just, acknowledge that and encourage you that it is real. Listen, I'm not the type of person that says, just speak out and write these statements and it'll just happen. I believe you have to put action behind the statements. I believe you have to believe the statements. Too many times we say stuff, we're like, oh, that doesn't work. And you say it right before your breakthrough, or you say it because you're saying it and you're going through the motions, but you don't really believe it. You got to own it and believe it. So I'll just get personal with you, and I'll share mine. I actually make new ones every quarter or every couple months. So let me find my most recent ones. Okay. So I've got 3 that I keep, repeating right now for me. And I'll just give you an example. They can look different. Again, I know we love that book, I Declare, by Joel Osteen. It's a lot of declarations, 31 declarations in there. I used to just start with that because that was just easy for me to read, and they were so good. I'm like, I can't even write anything better than this. So it's okay if you need to take mine or take something from another book or take whatever you feel aligned with. But I want to tell you that if you can create your own, it's going to be a little bit more powerful. So mine is the first one, I am unstoppable. So for me, I love that. I am unstoppable because there's days where I feel like the world could stop me, technology could stop me, or, just whatever. And I don't want to feel that way. I want to know that I can show up and I will be unstoppable in all the things I'm created to do. I back mine up by Bible verses. So the Bible verse for this is 1 Corinthians 15:58. And it says, be firm, steadfast, immovable. So to me, that's unstoppable. Okay. So that's my first one. Number 2, today I know that God has given me a spirit of power, love, discipline, and self-control. I probably could just hang out in this one every day for the rest of my life, and it still would not be enough because I always need help with discipline, self-control, power, love. Those are things that I always want more of. And so I speak it out because God promises in his word that we're given that. So again, the Bible verse that goes to that is 2 Timothy 1:7. And it's, for God did not give us a spirit of timidity. I can never say this word. Can you say it? Fear? Fear. I always get that. He didn't make us timid, okay? Or full of fear or becoming a coward. That's not for us. Like, we're not cowards. But he has given us a spirit of power, love, and of calm and well-balanced mind and discipline and self-control. So he promises in the word, so I have no problem asking, but we have to ask and we have to believe, and so I speak it out. Lastly, this has been a big one for me this year. Today, I am a cheerful giver. I am releasing supernatural joy by giving more. I am grateful to be blessed to be a blessing. So in Acts 20:35, it says, it is more blessed to give than receive. Nothing releases supernatural joy more than giving. And Lisa, you are such a beautiful example of this, but so many people struggle in this area. So many people live in scarcity, or they're having trouble with their finances, or they're having trouble with their business growing, and they haven't even checked themselves when it comes to giving. And some people just feel like they're not naturally givers, but that's where the declaration statements come in. There's no shame in that, but we have to declare out things that we desire that we know we can't do on our own. And the only way to do it is if God, steps in and helps us and supports us. So there's my 3. It's a little bit, a little deep there, but I just wanted to share my.
So you guys, I hope that's helpful for somebody, because I did some of that before, but when you stop and do that and write that down daily and work on that, a lot of you are on here because you're ready to change your life. You're ready for more. You're ready for some breakthroughs in your life. And these are the things that will do that for you. So Brooke has some amazing stuff going on. And you know what I love about her is she's a connector. Some of the people she's put us in front of and put in front of us and things we're working on, it's amazing. And I want you guys, I know for women, and honestly, this was a concern of mine in the beginning. It's like, okay, I'm becoming part of a tribe. Now, what's that mean? And women, we're so competitive. We're so worried about what someone else is saying or doing. And I love that Brooke is not that way. Her tribe is not that way. It's not, it's just a fun, loving, like what you just heard is what you're going to hear on 10X on. So Brooke, tell us what you got going on right now. Because last night was night 1, and you guys have seen, if you look down on my page, you're going to see all kinds of stuff I promoted every day, stuff she has going on. But tell us what you have going on now and what's coming up shortly.
Sure. Thank you so much. Again, I love that you are such an ambassador for the Live Out Loud movement and the community. You've been such a leader in this group. So I just want to say thank you for that. So I'm really excited. I've been hosting masterminds, live events, and retreats with my Live Out Loud brand since 2017. And I've always had a desire to really create something for everybody else. For the women that cannot do my masterminds, maybe they're not quite there financially yet, or maybe not quite there with their business yet. Or maybe the retreats are just, again, they can't travel to it. It's maybe a little bit more than they want to spend, or they're just not there yet. So I'm like, I've had this desire to create a leadership, really a leadership course. I actually created this about 1.5 years ago. And I've been giving it to my network marketing business, kind of testing it in there, gaining testimonials in there. And I was finally ready to launch it to the public. And I've really turned it into, instead of doing a course where it's pre-recorded videos, I really love to be live. I love to see people. I love to be in the community. And I wanted to create a community for everybody else that wants to be part of a crew. I'm calling it my Lead Out Loud crew. So this group is going to be called Lead Out Loud Crew. It's my Lead Hership Academy, because I'm all about the ladies. And I'm launching it this week only. It's only going to be launched at this low price right now this week through Sunday. We start next week. It's going to be a live group coaching program for 6 weeks. The community is going to be amazing. I'm going to have some of my leaders from my mastermind, like Lisa, in there, and it's going to be wonderful. The content is incredible. I can honestly say it's life-changing, because I have testimonials from people that said it was life-changing, and I walked through this course with them. I walked through these weeks. You get workbooks at every single week that go along with it, digital workbooks. You get extra bonuses like my cookbooks and my goal-setting workbook. You get some extra additional calls and some expert trainers. So I'm really excited. And it's officially, again, launched just this week. It closes out Sunday. And I'm doing a training, a live free training on leadership in my Live Out Loud Tribe page. I did one last night. We focused more on business. Tonight, I'm going to focus on lifestyle. Lisa, you'll really love this. I'm going to really be talking a lot about emotional and mental fitness, and then our physical fitness, our nutrition, our well-being. I'm also a certified nutritionist. I had a wellness business for 12 years. I have cookbooks. I was on an NBC show as a healthy lifestyle expert doing healthy recipes. And I really understand, in order to step into the leader that you want to be in this life, you've got to learn how to fuel your body so you can utilize everything God gave you with your brain and your body. And it doesn't have to be difficult. It doesn't have to feel hard. And Lisa, this is what you represent, so you know what I'm talking about. And then lastly, tonight I'll touch on relationship equity. And relationships have to do with our lifestyle and our life and what we're willing to accept when it comes to boundaries and just building relationships so that we can live our life to the fullest. Tomorrow night, I'll be touching on faith, and all of this leads back to being the leader that you can be in your life. So if you just want to kind of get a little bit more of a taste of me, my community, before you would say yes to Leadership Academy, that's why I'm doing this. I want you to see me, feel me, know my heart, and see if you resonate and see if you feel anything that I say. And if you want more, if you want to expand, if you want a group, then this Leadership Academy is for you. So that's what I got going on this week.
And in fact, this morning I was listening to your new podcast.
Yes.
You have a podcast. Tell her, what about your podcast channel?
Yeah, so my
channel, what do you call it? A podcast?
Podcast, whatever. I don't know. Like, it's the podcast. Mine is called the Live Out Loud Show. So the Live Out Loud Show. This morning, I drop every Tuesday and Thursday. Tuesdays are always inspo on the go. So I'm always speaking out inspiration that you can take with you, on the go. And I actually this morning was a really good, I think you listened to it, Lisa, it was really about transformation and some of the stories of the women that have walked through my programs. And then Thursday is always my interview days. And this Thursday's extra special. I have Lisa Bevere on my podcast. For any of you that know Lisa Bevere, she's been my mentor, my spiritual and business mentor, really, from afar for so long, because her books are amazing. And I got to interview her, and you got to meet her, Lisa. I know you really resonated and connected with her. So it's kind of a dream of mine that she's on my podcast Thursday. So really excited about that.
She will eventually be on here one day. So
she will. That's right. And that's the one thing, one of the many things I love about you. Yeah. You speak out things and they happen.
Yeah. So, Brooke, are you an audio or a read a book person?
Book, physical book, all over my house, all over my office, all over my bedroom.
Okay. So one of the things I know for me is I was never, prior to the last couple of years, I've got into audiobooks. I love books, but I'm an audiobook person because I'll go for a 4-hour hike. So I can listen to 2 books while I hike.
Wow.
So up and do it. So I'm just in love with books now. I'm like, why didn't I do books back when I had a real estate office and had all this stuff going? I didn't take the time to do it. What is one book that has made, besides the Bible, that's made the greatest impact in your life or your world and changed it, whether it's your life or business or whatever? What's your one book?
I'm glad you said the Bible, because it's always, it's the messy, used and abused, because I need all the help I can get. I always do have to give credit to the Bible. It's always right by my side. And it's funny that you say that, because I literally am surrounded with books right here. So I'm like, which one do I pick? I will say, though, this book, Lioness Arising by Lisa Bevere. Do you have one too? Oh, yeah, girl. I mean, I'm telling you, in this book, this is why I created Live Out Loud. It says, wake up and change your world. So much on here is about rising up and becoming the woman that you were always meant to be. And there's just something about the way she talks about waking up and linking arms with women and rising up. And it's just like, I remember the first time I read this book, it was probably, 6 years ago maybe. And I felt like I was speaking to myself. Like, I was like, there's a woman that feels the way I do. She knows my heart. Like, how, oh my goodness, like she's amazing. And I just felt like she spoke to my heart. Excuse me. Woo! And yeah, so that would be my book.
I love that. So what I'm going to do each week, so you guys need to put in the comment, and we'll go for the week. And I just notified the 2 winners from last week. Is we had Sarah Furtado. How do you say Sarah? Fermato. I was like, well,
okay, she'll take it. She's so awesome.
Sarah.
Love that girl.
Was on here. And her 2 books was The Latte Factor and Dream Giver. So we're giving those away. I got 2 winners.
I told her about The Dream Giver because that's the book that I always made all my mastermind girls read. The Dream Giver is amazing.
I have not read that one yet. The Latte Factor, but I'm buying that one for myself and for one of the other 2 that I just notified. So we have those. So we're going to give away Lisa's book. So you guys, do you want audiobook or do you want a actual book?
I'd like to sweeten the pot and give away one too.
Okay, so we're going to give away 2. And what I do is let you go all week because a lot of people don't watch this live today and they'll watch it during the week. So we want to give them a chance. So just comment on there. I want audio or I want an actual book or audio. And one of you will be getting this. In the comments here, I will put all of Brooke's information. If you scroll down on my page, probably the last 5 posts you'll see had all her information. Also about her Leadership Academy. There's a link on there how to check it out and see if it's a fit for you. I can honestly tell you, I did 2 of her retreats since October, and currently I'm in a mastermind, and we might be working on something else maybe.
Maybe something in Cabo together.
Maybe like a retreat.
Maybe.
So if you guys like retreats, if you guys like Cabo, if you like giving and serving and doing, put Cabo in the comments because that's all in the works too. So I love that. And I want to thank you for being here today. You guys, thanks for watching one of my favorite people. See her energy. You see what she's got going on. Go follow her. Again, I'll put all her info in the comments. But do check out her free training tonight. Go just join her tribe if you got anything from today. Also, put a heart on there. She needs a heart. So put some hearts on there.
I love hearts. Come on, people. Give me some hearts. Give me some love.
Some hearts in the comments. And give her some love for being here. She's got a super busy day. She's been on calls all day. And the fact she took 30 minutes out for us today is huge.
Oh, it was my honor. Always my pleasure.
It was right in the middle of your busy time. But I wanted her this week. I wanted her today because with everything she had going on, I wanted everyone to be part of that. And
thank you.
And next week is going to be pretty spicy, so people are going to want to.
Ooh, spicy! I can only imagine. Who do you have going on next week?
Let's say Katie.
I knew you were going to say that. Shout out to Katie.
Yeah.
Woo! It's going to get people better fans or something. It's going to get hot.
Yeah, we got some good stuff going on.
Soul sister over there. I'm telling you. Love that girl. Thank you, Lisa, for all you do. Thank you. It's so nice to meet your community, and I really appreciate you having me on today.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right. Bye.
Bye.